but I knew it would because we were so unified.
Oh, my hair's a mess. Oh, Jerry can't come tomorrow. He has to go see his mother for Thanksgiving, and God knows she doesn't know he's out of the closet. Sorry. Are you done? I see. I hate to reinforce those stereotypes.
You should have been at this antique show I was at the other day.
Oh, my.
That was the best.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we can afford that flatware, honey. I'll have to go home and make sure. Okay.
Hey, whatever turns you on, okay? Different strokes for different folks.
American Airlines says its passengers should take the following steps this week. If you have confirmed your reservation since Sunday, assume your flight will depart as scheduled.
Bend over and kiss your ass
Those who don't have confirmed reservations should call American or their travel agent. With one of the busiest travel periods of the year on hand, now United Airlines faces the possibility of a worker slowdown. Unions representing United's pilots and ground crews are urging members to obey all safety rules and other regulations to the letter.
Yes.
So that'll make things a little bit slower than normal. Many Los Angeles police officers are coming down with the blue flu today. Officers are calling in sick to protest stalled contract talks with the city. It's not clear just how many officers are involved. A police department spokesman says to cover for missing officers, a modified tactical alert has been declared to keep those already on the job working double shifts. The police department has warned that anyone joining a sick out could be severely punished, even fired. But Union President David Ziegler says the members are simply frustrated. They've had it. The city's zero-raise contract offer and the fact that the city had the money to hire 300 new officers and didn't take it.
That's an overage of $19 million that could have been used for our contract. But the mayor and the city council chose to take that money and apply it to next year's deficit.
Ziegler also pointed out the officers have gone without a raise for more than 2 years, without a contract for 17 months. The city attorney's office says it will try to block the sick out by seeking a court injunction, probably today.
This is in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
These guys just want to get paid as much as Rodney King. They're out there risking their lives. Rodney's watching that video again. Speaking for lunch groups. Mm-hmm. Well, I took the blows and did it my way. Do you have any crack?
Apparently, Dr. Jack Kevorkian's not saying for now if the retired pathologist assisted or merely witnessed the latest suicide to which he's been connected. The death Monday of a 61-year-old doctor is the 20th suicide at which Kevorkian has been present since 1990. The gentleman died after breathing carbon monoxide in an apartment rented by Kevorkian next door to his very own apartment in Royal Oak, Michigan.
Mighty suspect. That or this guy's really bad luck. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson's lawyers are due in court today in connection with a 13-year-old boy's suit claiming he was molested by the superstar. Adding to Jackson's woes, 5 security guards are suing now, claiming that Michael fired them because they knew about his alleged activities with young boys.
Wow.
It's over.
Mm-hmm. Michael's attorney is saying that that's not true, that they had simply installed an independent security device, that they didn't need so many bodyguard types.
Hold on. Morning Q95.
Hi, fellas. Larry from Larry's Market.
Hi, Larry.
Trying to put a spin on this whole Michael Jackson thing.
Oh, really?
You're trying to, maybe make him, they say he's getting his genitals bleached.
He is?
They say, the whole Liz Taylor thing's a cover-up, that he's not in the, detox.
Oh, he's not?
But he's having his genitals bleached.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so, the question is he in detox or Clorox?
I see.
Tell you what, do you know
What?
You know the most painful part about that whole process?
What would that be?
The spin cycle.
Yep.
I can see that.
Hey, I'm just saying maybe a social disease would have been cheaper if we wanted to change the color, huh? But I got this idea. I'm trying to get a hold of Michael's people. I know they listen to your show a lot, so I kind of got this idea. What he should do to get rid of the evidence.
What's that?
Call Lorena Bobbitt.
That might help.
Yeah, Brad, I'll tell you what. then, it's kind of like then they could get together for their own business. Since they started looking for new gigs, they could call it the cut and bleach. Or then call in River Phoenix and you got cut, bleach, and dye.
Oh, God. Thanks, Larry.
Thanks, Larry. That's a great concept.
Hey, well, it's such a great idea for Michael. I mean, this whole thing would have worked out perfectly. He got dropped by Pepsi.
Oh, yeah, I did.
And I thought I had another major corporate sponsor lined up for him, but and then he goes and stuffs his Big Mac into a small fry. So,
Thanks, Larry.
I can see where that wouldn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I guess Pepsi wasn't the only thing that came in a can. Well,
Don't you dare come to sports.
No, not right now.
The San Francisco Board of Supervisors is considering a proposal to get hookers off the street by renting them rooms in city-owned brothels.
Here we go.
Supervisor Terrence Hallian sponsoring the idea, but even he admits the prospect of actually having municipal houses of ill repute is pretty remote. But he says it would be a good idea to get them off the streets and, well, you could watch them better.
He just needs a place to go.
He wants a special
I'll
discount.
put them up in my home. Better yet.
Yeah.
Now it's time for sports.
Good morning, sports fans. Bob, Tom, Christy.
Chick.
Check.
20 till 8.
yeah.
That's 7:40. 20
Problem with that?
till 8. So, if you're in your car normally when I'm doing sports, or, you're putting your makeup on when I'm doing sports, or
You're already at work by now.
Or you're getting out of your shower when I'm doing sports and toweling off with one of those goldfish towels we're giving away.
Yeah, you'll want to have some spare Kleenex around, too, to get the water soaked up.
Boston Celtics.
Those things are about as absorbent as a piece of slate.
It's Mr. Happy, ladies and gentlemen.
Where'd they get that?
By the way, the Pepperidge Farm people sent over some hats. They'd like you to wear those with their compliments.
You're giving away all this great stuff, Colts tickets, Ice tickets, Nike's cassette,
And a
50-cent towel. God.
That's a cute towel. Have you seen that? It's got a little goldfish on it.
It's a little chintzy, frankly. Okay?
I'd use it.
Fine. I wonder if this guy'd use it.
Give me that back.
Oh, sorry. I didn't want it near me.
Well, we might need to talk to him during sport.
I think he's...
You might want to.
Okay, I think he's going to be doing some sports stuff today.
Okay.
Boston Celtics coach Chris Ford says it was an ugly game last night against the Pacers. The Pacers won 102-71. The Celtics shot 38% from the floor and missed 13 of 21 free throws. They were out-rebounded 49-34, had 19 turnovers. Who was this team that played Boston last night?
The Connecticut Pacers.
The Connecticut Pacers. Get used to it. Boston entered the game averaging a league-best 13 turnovers. Is that right? It was not at the venerable Boston Garden. It was at the Hartford Civic County Municipal Brothel Center. Pacers coach Larry Brown says one of the keys to his team's win was the strong performance by Rick Smits, who scored 14 points of his 14 of his 27 in the third quarter, finished with 10 rebounds. Reggie returned after being sidelined with an ankle injury. The previous two games he finished with 16. Dale Davis had 13. Malik had 17. Xavier McDaniel, the X-Man, and Kevin Gamble each scored 13 for Boston. Here's Xavier McDaniel now about the Celtics game.
I was surprised it happened this soon. I didn't think it would happen quite this fast, but I knew it would because we were so unified, we stuck together, and I knew it would come to an end real soon.
I bet this guy sticks together with his friend quite often.
I'm telling you, we have got to get that as a picture of Tom throwing his arms in the air while this guy is talking.
I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with the wonderful guy. Yeah, there's a guy that's memorized every show tune from 1950 to 1965.
John Starks had 7 threes last night for the Knicks as they beat Miami 119-87. San Antonio beat the Clippers 110-98. NFL Monday Nighter last night, Steve Young ran for a touchdown, threw for 3 others. The Niners clobbered New Orleans 42-7. Niners now 7-3. They've won 4 straight, scoring 40 or more points in their last 3 victories. NHL winners last night, Buffalo, Anaheim, and Toronto. Independence Bowl officials have invited Indiana to play a New Year's Eve matchup against Virginia Tech, and the Hoosiers have accepted that bid. You know what they call the female students at Virginia Tech?
What?
Co-Techs. Bowl president Mike McCarthy says they chose Indiana because all of their losses were to nationally ranked teams. Big Ten team lost to Wisconsin, who's still on the hunt for the Rose Bowl. Penn State and Ohio State. And if I do have a phone number for IU fans who'd like information about tickets to Shreveport, Louisiana, which is lovely on New Year's Eve. They have an entire festival. It's called the Shreveport New Year's Eve Festival. And
where's Shreveport?
Lights.
Louisiana.
Shreveport is
I know
Louisiana.
that. Is it on the water? Is it in the ocean?
Right there in the ocean is where
Is it?
is.
I would
And
think with a last name Port, I would think it's on water.
Well, no, it could be on. Might be in the river. I don't know. Let's get your little atlas on. I've never been to
Oh,
Shreveport.
here we go with the chemical or the electronic atlas. Is that what the thing
it's a
you
map.
got?
I have an electronic atlas on my
map.
computer.
I don't have a desk.
Louisiana.
Neither do I, but I have an electronic
What's all
atlas.
this complaining about the electricity thing?
I just, kids don't learn math anymore. They just grab a calculator.
Yeah.
What's the square root of 81? Well, I know it's 9, but
You don't like electricity, Mr. Unfriendly?
no, I don't like electricity, as a matter of fact. And
Really?
I
Well, why don't you
What?
step over? Use a different mic. Yours is broken. Try that one.
Is my mic broken? Okay.
Try that one.
This one right here?
No, you'll like electricity and you'll take it like a man.
Electricity is...
Speaking of electricity,
Your friend.
speaking of electricities, my apologies to Indianapolis Power and Light. That check is in the mail. I swear to God.
Get a shut-off notice from them,
Them
too?
too?
Not yet. I've been a past history of being a good client. This is just a rough month for me.
By the way, I want everyone listening who has a company that has a hat, I want them to send it to us today.
No, no.
We want all your hats.
No.
No, we don't. I
Hats
hate
for
hats.
Tom. Hats for Tom.
No.
Hats for Tom. See how many hats we can get.
I don't want any more frigging hats, okay?
It's Hats Mania.
So you pay all the bills at your house?
Well, as a general rule, I do, yeah.
No, I mean, you physically sit down and do that?
Yeah.
I can't convince my husband to do that.
I have a boy who does that. He comes in.
Does he?
Cleans up. I believe he's Oriental. And he comes in and...
How odd. Shreveport's nowhere near water.
What?
It's not.
Where's the nearest
It's up,
big city? It's got to be like a quad city area.
Shreveport's near the Texas border?
There's no water there?
No, sir.
Is Louisiana near Texas?
The Toledo Bend Reservoir is close
Let
to
me
it,
see.
but
When did they move Louisiana next to Texas? Has it always been that way?
Yes.
I really didn't pay attention in geography. That's my only problem with doing weather.
Wow, it looks like it's on this little tiny, it's on the Red River.
I don't know where any of the states are.
Really?
So I guess that Shreveport Light Fest isn't going to be all that fantastic.
You're right. I thought Arkansas was next.
probably not.
It's north.
I know the
of
Big Ten.
Louisiana.
I know Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin.
Hey, who cares what you know? Would you finish sports? What's the name of this bowl again?
The Independence
The
Bowl.
Poulon Weed Eater Independence Bowl.
Okay.
And you know why they call it the Weed Eater Bowl?
Because when they see the cheerleaders, they go, Weed Eater! Woo!
And maybe next year the Hoosiers will play in the Gladiator Bowl! Gladiator!
Ah!
Here's that phone number at a quarter
Ever
till
gonna
8.
End?
I've got a lot more stuff to do.
What's that number?
812, which I believe is the Bloomington
Area code, yes.
812-855-4006. That's 855.
Read it right or I do it again.
855-4006.
Next.
That's 855. Will Clark is now a Texas Ranger. He signed a 5-year, $30 million deal, and he's going to round up criminals now. He's gotten out of baseball entirely. He's a Texas Ranger. Gets a badge. Will Clark. Will the Thrill.
He did?
He's gone, man.
Oh, God.
Being
Texas
a Dodger
Ranger.
fan, you probably...
No, actually, I enjoyed watching Will.
Speaking of that, did you hear that?
El Cid Fernandez is Baltimore
El
Oriole.
Cid.
El Cid Fernandez.
Talking about the Texas Rangers and that sort of thing and cops and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that with NAFTA now in effect, if American prostitutes cross into Canada, they're going to be referred to as Mounties?
Remember, if you have a business
What's wrong with him?
Send him a hat.
and you have a hat, send Tom your
I don't.
hats.
I will burn them.
Fine.
No more
We
hats.
want
That's my
your
new motto.
Hats.
Tom's new motto, no hats.
Especially those friggin' plastic. That's such a good look, too. The see-through plastic backs. That's a great look, you know? That's the one you wear when you're pushing around a shopping cart with all your possessions in it. That's great, yeah. Say, sir, I'm thinking of becoming homeless. Is it a better idea? Should I get paper or plastic for all my possessions? What do you think? Is the plastic weather better? Okay, good, I'll do that.
Join Christy and I at Union Station because Tom's crabby and he won't show up, and Dog's watching football.
No, I'm busy. Okay, I have a life.
Union Station Friday night about
I'm gonna
7.
try
We
to
have
be.
lives, too.
7:45. We're going to be
I'm
there.
going to try to be there.
Blow
I'm
up Union
cooking
Station.
monkey that day.
The traditional Armenian Thanksgiving. It's on a Friday, and they cook
And we have
monkey.
monkey.
Yeah.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
grape leaves.
First, you steal a monkey.
Sports this
Quite a
morning.
delicacy in China.
Brought to you by
Monkey brains.
And then you take the monkey head
Yep.
and you drink a little brandy. Read it yourself. Sports this morning brought to you by the Peppermint Twist. Tonight, all drinks are 95 cents with New Orleans House dinner for 2. No cover. Thursday, wipe the turkey off your chin. Kiss Granny goodbye.
Let's wear a hat.
Don't slip her the tongue. Whatever.
Give her a little tongue. And head for the Twist Thanksgiving Jam. What was that old joke when you were a kid? I don't like Grandpa. Shut up and keep digging.
Will you stop it, please?
No cover, $1.50 Cuervo Gold, all well drink, schnapps and Miller beer, only $1. That means if you have $10, you can buy 10 of them. Live music by Rock Doll. Thanks. Nothing says Thanksgiving like Rock Doll. That's at the Peppermint Twist on the South Side.
Thank you, Chick.
This is no time to bring up an extra story, but I just saw this. Did you hear about Howard Rollins?
Now what did he do?
This is according to the Associated Press, heat of the night television star Howard Rollins.
Now, he's been in trouble with substance abuse before,
Well,
hasn't he?
Well, it says he had the same name as the campaign manager for...
That's Ed
That's
Rollins.
Ed Rollins.
Okay.
Heat of the night TV star Howard Rollins was pulled over for speeding in Georgia last week.
Right.
Police found him intoxicated and slumped over his steering wheel, wearing a woman's dress, high heels, and a wig.
He's going to a party, I'm sure. Howard.
Did the pumps in the dress match?
I don't know.
Was it a tasteful thing?
Don't you have some audio from Howard?
As he was pulled over by the police?
Yeah, the first thing that he said when he was pulled out of the car
I was
was...
surprised it happened this soon. I didn't think it would happen quite this fast, but I knew it would because we were so unified, we stuck together, and I knew it would come to an end real soon.
That's news and sports!
Thank you.
What did they charge him with? Drunken drag racing? The guy was in drag!
It's 7:50.
Kind of a J. Edgar Hoover thing.
Right back. It is 7:50.
That's the best newscast ever.
Q95. You're with Bob and Tom. Good morning.
Hi. 44 right now. Mostly cloudy, highs in the upper 50s today. Of course, Thursday's Thanksgiving. And it's kind of an annual event around here. We usually cook
It's an annual
turkey.
event everywhere.
No, but see, Thanksgiving is Thursday.
Right.
And usually here on Wednesday, we do a pre-Thanksgiving turkey. And this year we're going to... instead of doing it here, we're gonna probably do it at someone's house.
I see.
Kind of a home invasion thing where we go over to someone's house and cook it there. Peter George will be cooking it. The last couple of years, he's actually barbecued the turkey, and a lot of people have tried this and liked it. It's a way to free up your oven. You can. It's pretty easy to cook a turkey on a grill. So we'll be doing that again tomorrow.
All right.
I'm not sure where, but we're trying to put this together right now. And
Who'd you say's cooking this year, Tommy?
Peter George is going to be cooking, and
I thought he was holding out.
No. That's you were thinking of
Jeff George. I don't think they're related, and I think Jeff's now playing.
Jeff's playing now.
In fact, speaking of turkey, that's why we're talking turkey here. We have this tribute to eating turkey with Dean and Jerry on Q95.
Q95, that's
Dean and Jerry.
Dean and Jerry.
Dean and Jerry will be making, of course, an appearance on our forthcoming album, Lollapaloozers, which will be in stores in a couple weeks. We'll tell you when. Just going to press, in fact, today. The new...
How do you mean press? Which press?
Well, they have to print the artwork, the cover and everything.
Oh, okay.
The Honda dealers have gotten together with us this year for the annual Bob and Tom charity album. It's the most successful album of its kind in the country. produced by our radio station. And thanks to you, who every year people go out and buy them faithfully. Got a lot of great new stuff on this album. We'll come back, in fact, with a little bit of it for you. But among the featured artists, we do have Dean and Jerry this year. Not that particular
Nick
song.
on there?
I beg your pardon?
Which Nick bit is on there this year?
It's an Ask Nick, I'm sure.
Oh,
yeah.
Those are the best.
Yeah, those are great. Yeah, I'm not sure. Nick, quite frankly.
It's if you look for it, Nick, it's cut 45.
Really?
Yeah.
Great. Well, I'm like, how ironic, Bobby, that it would be 45, since that's what old Nick's made his living.
That's right.
Talking up.
Talking up 45.
Well, I'm just looking at an imprint of the disc right here. And it's very nice. It says WFBQ Radio and the Indianapolis Honda Dealers present Lollapaloozers, a benefit recording for Gleaners Food Bank and the Indiana Children's Wish Fund. Nice little picture of Bob, little drawing of me, and it just lists all 34 cuts. That's just great. It starts off with Dear Penthouse. In fact, I think we'll come back with Dear Penthouse.
All right.
Contains lots of great new songs, 5 Christmas pieces, several comedians, Haywood Banks, John Fox, a bunch of fake commercials.
Yeah, hey, John Smith, the big pilgrim that led everybody over here on the Mayflower, and so we're having Thanksgiving. When is it? Is it Thursday this year? You know what he said when they got halfway across the ocean?
What?
Ah, damn, left the iron on.
Wow, the
little known history.
Yeah, that joke is so deeply bad. It's almost funny, Nick.
You know what Roseanne Arnold said when she sat down for Thanksgiving dinner?
What's that, my man?
What? Only one turkey? We'll come right back. It's 8 o'clock.
Sure we will.
WFB2, WNDE Indianapolis. Indianapolis here with Bob and Tom. And yes, it is your fault, chick.
Well, let me tell you something.
44 degrees our current temperature.
You're right.
We'll be getting to that in just a second. Mostly cloudy and mild, highs in the upper 50s today. Tomorrow, a little bit cooler, maybe some light rain. And then for Thanksgiving Day, partly cloudy, lows in the upper 20s, high around 40. We were talking a little bit about our forthcoming album, Lollapaloozers, sponsored this year by the Indianapolis Honda Dealers, Indy Honda, Honda West, Dan Young Honda, and Ed Martin Honda. Thanks, everybody out there. If you go to one of those places, be sure to tell them thanks for helping out. And
send us a hat!
They don't have the album yet, neither do we, but we do have a little bit of a preview. This is a song from a band called the Fab Forum, the absolutely true letters that one reads in Penthouse Magazine. It's called Dear Penthouse.
Q95.
I was surprised it happened this soon. I didn't think it would happen quite this fast, but I knew it would because we were so unified, we stuck together, and I knew it would come to an end real soon.
Okay, fine. Okay, good.
That's our tease for the news.
There it is.
Coming up, the news.
Really?
Oh, sure, why not?
Isn't it that break yet?
Yeah, it sure
technically. Technically, it is the news break coming up. We're a little bit behind this morning. We got sidetracked on a bunch of different topics. Why is there a guy walking around a hospital with a full-size cougar?
Did we ever find out?
I don't know.
Did it have full power and air?
It was an actual animal.
Actual animal, Nick. It wasn't a car.
I think you might have hit the nail on the head, Christy. Maybe it was some kind of a
educational program,
educational thing. But I still think some poor guy coming around the corner.
I think they were there to have the cougar's stomach pump.
You think they were looking for?
Look, there's a small child.
Wait a second, Mr. Bobbitt. I think we found it.
That'd be a hell of a transplant. Oh, John Wayne, you're an animal.
I think it was the one in his stomach they were concerned about.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh God, can you imagine that?
No.
What if that whole Bobbitt thing? The police, they finally find the thing on the side of the road. They see it, and all of a sudden, the police dog runs up.
Oh no!
Sit.
We're not going to play tug of war with the toy now.
Drop that.
Get the canine people out of here! Get the canine corps out of here! Clear!
Get Rover another milk bone, would you?
John says it hurts when he showers, by the way, in case you're interested.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just when he showers?
Yeah.
I think it would hurt during other
I think it hurt when
he
I
doesn't get to do anything else, Bob. Remember we said that earlier this morning.
Oh, I'm saying. But
they show him pictures of naked women to measure his reaction.
I'm talking about when nature calls.
Periodically.
They haven't. I bet they don't show him the good magazines. Probably Playboy, Penthouse.
Playboy's a great magazine.
You need a copy of Swank.
Really?
Something dirty.
Do you like the really?
Leg show. That's what we need to show him.
So, are you the guy that bought the? Are you the guy that bought the Foot Fetishist magazine that was in the back last week?
No,
Sure you are.
but I did enjoy it.
You mean, like,
Easy Riders. That's what we need to show him.
I got a couple of back issues of Leg Show.
Really? Do
What
you?
a surprise.
This was a magazine that was actually in the men's club a couple weeks ago.
Now we just have
something
private
to do with
clubs.
feet.
Yeah,
I hate feet. I don't want to talk about
We'll
this.
see now.
I love feet. I want to talk about it.
Due to some
Really?
employee complaint, there are no longer any magazines back in the men's room.
Again?
Yeah, they were all
It's
It's like
taken
the
out.
third time this has happened, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all in the trailer if you guys want to stop by Nick's
Nick.
Commode.
So all they have back there right
That's
now is
abode, Nick.
not commode, you moron.
Well, what the hell do you call a toilet?
Oh, okay. I thought you
A
meant
water
that your
closet.
home would be abode, not
Abode.
commode.
Oh, the Commode. I believe I had the right choice of words here.
Well, the last
Nick's
place,
been hooked
the
on
last
phonics for
toilet
the
I
last-
want to visit is yours.
Like it's my fault. That the fellas who are working construction back there don't have a portalet, so they stop by old Nick's trailer like that.
Well, his toilet, his commode's probably pretty clean with all that cheese he eats. It's probably all
Fine.
I don't want to hear about it.
talking about
I
feet.
don't want to
I'd
hear
rather
about
We
it.
were talking about feet. So someone anyway. There's a box back in the men's club, which for those of you that don't know is an actual men's toilet room,
You think we-
bathroom.
you-
if you
An
will.
old yucky bathroom. It's real small. And
That
nobody,
is
It's
a
not an
men's
old
room.
yucky bathroom.
yeah,
We
people
fixed
would
it
want
up.
to go back there to begin with.
Well, one of the women apparently in this building has, and
You know, I see
Well,
people
that's what she gets
complaining.
for going back there. Shouldn't
well,
be
no,
back
because
there.
some lawyer called and they had to remove the magazines from the bathroom.
You haven't really lived till you sit on the old John back in the portalet area there of the men's club and enjoy a bag of barbecue chips.
You know, people come up
No
to me
more relaxing
People are
moment.
too serious. They need to lighten up.
all the
thing is-
time, and they say, people come up to me and they
Zesty
say,
mesquite.
they say, Big John, is there really a men's club? And I say, yes, it's right here. You need to go back there. And it's
Check.
you know what we're going to get?
Who bought the Foot magazine? That's what I,
I don't
want to know.
know.
Why would anybody buy a magazine that
I
has
do not know.
mostly naked women and all the photographs are of their feet?
I do not know, sir.
And their
like-
feet in various places on... Yeah, that looks like fun.
Like hey, Floyd, lift the camera up a little higher.
Those girls are very limber.
Yeah.
You know what the new plan is when we get the new Here We Grow Again? We're getting some sort of sophisticated file cabinet, and we're going to have keys.
So that'll make it legal.
Evidently, I don't know.
Okay, we don't go in your ladies' room and complain about your
I could
magazine.
care. We don't have magazines in our ladies'
Right.
room.
Yeah.
All right, let's go right now. Do you want to go
full
check it out?
service bar.
We don't have a microphone, or I'd go into the ladies' room and
Do you have a couch in yours?
Nope.
Oh, come on.
All
Everyone
we have
else
is
is in
a
there?
scale.
Do you have one of those?
Scale.
Yes.
Do you have a bicycle built for two in there?
No.
How come you always go in there in teams?
you know the best part is when,
I want the one without the seat.
Yes.
when another lady goes in there and you look in and there's these little pumps under the little stall.
How would you know what that looks like?
Well, no, I mean you're walking by and there it is. I mean the door's open and
And you
not
look?
exactly. Huh?
Chick, what are you doing hanging out by the ladies' room?
Nothing, man. Nothing. You didn't see nothing.
And talking about their pumps, I think I know who bought Foot Fetish magazine now. No question about that.
Tell you what,
Oh, see?
Fine.
Okay,
All
we're-
right,
we're
let's
gonna-
go to the ladies'
We're
room.
going to come back and tour the ladies' room.
All right,
but
we'll
first,
come
this
right
important
back.
message.
It's
Nothing in there.
8:15 morning.
Hi, 45 degrees, our current temperature. And, Chick, is your mic on?
Hello, testing. Yes.
Okay.
My mic's on and we're in the hallway. And we're walking down the hallway and we're going into the Palace of the Golden Himalaya.
All right.
The ladies' room. I
Christy?
didn't knock.
Now, wait a minute.
Now they're going to go in the ladies' room. 'Cause
We're here. We're in here.
who's in there?
No one.
Wait a minute. I'm going to go join you guys.
Boy,
Hang
it
on.
smells really good in here, too.
Oh, I'm telling you.
What's this machine over here, Christy?
Well, put in your money and see what you get. It's kind of like a
Ooh.
vending machine.
Sounds like it's kind of like the one-armed bandit chick.
It does sound like it's the one I'm brand. I don't know if I have a... Are they only a dime now? Wow. Is that why?
Actually, they're free.
Is that because we buy them in quantity?
Come on in.
Come in, please. Hi, girls.
These are free. Look.
What's this? Got a little
See?
bit of heavy on the
Yeah.
the mint air freshener there.
Oh, what's this machine do over here? Wait a minute. Let me put a coin in.
What machine?
Oh!
I don't know what that is.
What was that?
Okay, well, let's give you the full tour. This is bigger than the men's room, isn't
Much
it?
bigger than the men's room.
Boring in here.
Okay.
2 cubicles,
2 cubicles. We only have 1.
2 stalls.
Of course, we have that urinal thing going for us.
Come on over here.
Yeah.
True, we can stand.
17 years, my grossest moment in radio. Napkin disposal.
I'm going to go throw up now. It's pretty boring in here, Christy.
I told you. You guys wouldn't believe me.
No.
Yeah, you want to play yourselves?
They've got a plant. They have a hanging plant.
They
And
do?
and how ironic that the part near the stall is kind of turning. It looks like it's dying.
A little brown.
Well,
We have a bird cage. What is that?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that device is.
What is it?
This is a bargain, though. Are these things subsidized by the station?
They're free. See, look.
Well, somebody pays for them. Is
It
that
says
my
10
last?
cents.
Is that my last non-increase? taken up in
benefits.
taken up in Tampax.
Is it a one-size-fits-all thing?
We're touring. Hi, Marty. We're touring the ladies' room. Excuse me.
He, our boss, is ambled into the ladies' room.
Now let's see here. We got the there's like
Napkin disposal.
there's the cigar there's this
Napkin disposal. Did you guys eat in here?
there's the cigar style size.
Oh.
This is just your standard Playtex 1 regular absorbency tampon. Looks like a little cigar. Should I do my Groucho?
Is it brown?
Hey, oh yeah. I don't know if I get my pajamas. And why am I sucking on a tampon?
Christy, do you have a favorite stall that you always go into?
I always go in the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Good luck.
Now go in. That is a nice one.
Oh, look in here. Is that what they call cooties?
What is it?
Go on in.
I've been afraid of them for 30 years. I never saw one.
Okay, lock the door, Christy.
down.
Go ahead. Just sit down, chicken. I want to check something
We want
out.
to see what your feet look like.
See now,
See.
isn't that erotic? Or
No, it's not erotic at all. That's disgusting.
that really?
Oh, excuse me. Do you ladies have to use this room? Are we in the way here? Oh, we've got a line of 2. It's okay. Come on in.
Come on in. It's all right.
We won't use your names or anything.
Here, I'll even give you a dime for the machine.
Oh, what is that vibrating?
I think it's the floor because we have 2 dancing employees. They're doing the pee-pee dance.
Well, maybe you should leave the room.
Okay, we have to do the news anyway.
Grand idea.
I don't know what this one does, but this particular Modess apparently has wings. I guess they can come in here and fly these things.
What?
Are they like little radio-controlled planes?
Tom, that's the Modess 2.
If Modess had wings, away we'd fly. Christy, do you want to go back into the men's club with us now?
Sure.
Okay.
There's nothing back there, though.
Well, all the good stuff's gone.
We can't get all the way back to the men's club, can we?
We'll have to use the telephone.
What?
Here, take this. We'll call back.
You have enough wire, Dan?
Well, you don't have... Well,
Use the phone. Christy, come on. We'll call you.
you're going to call me? Great. Hi, you're with Bob.
You said on again.
Did I really? Where's the buzzer? Mostly cloudy and mild today. High around 57. Marty, so nice of you to join me.
Hey, it was great in there.
Well, I've never been in the ladies' room, and I really don't plan on visiting
We're in the
it.
hallways of Q95, and right here is the...
Are you winging your way to the men's club right now, Chick?
Well, I'm going past the tomb of the unknown disc
Oh, wait,
jockey.
here's a call from Tom. I'm sure that Tom has reached the men's club.
Okay, I'm in the men's club. There's a phone. The men's club is a small closet-like.
Tom, I think we might have enough microphone cord. I'm almost
bathroom
back
in the
there
back.
to you.
All right.
Okay, now, Christy, now you'll notice it says men on the door.
Yes, it does.
I'm here.
Okay, I'm going to hang up, Bob. We have
Boy,
a
it
mic now.
smells a little
All right,
gamey in here.
I was worried about that, but it's really not.
Apparently, you're seeing the men's club in its freshest state.
Was it just cleaned?
No, apparently it was just occupied.
Oh, nice.
Well, I'd like to say a couple of things.
Chick. Hello.
I was just changing the mic cord and it hit Chick right in the face. Okay, now wait a second, Christy. I can't believe you.
Magazine.
Why did you touch that?
Because.
Oh, but all the urine splashes on that. Put it back down.
Everybody knows you never touch that, Bob.
No one touches that. Okay, now in the men's club, there are tile walls. They've suspended the ceiling now. It used to be This is from the oldest part of the building. Where there's like about a 20-foot ceiling.
Can I read the memo on the door?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, it says, when you get...
No, who's it from, first of all?
It's from our chief engineer, Dan Metler.
His office is right around the corner.
Oh, yeah, it's right over here. It says,
him.
When you get done dumping the monster load, please leave the fan and light on.
That's
Thank
right.
you, Dan.
Christy, notice also that we have a previous employee of the month.
Oh, wait a second. Who was in here?
That's on the back of the
Guess who the loser is this month?
I don't think we'll be explaining who that is.
Okay.
Now, they used to have...
We have a visitor.
Oh, okay.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Marty.
Marty's on bathroom patrol today.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Mention this.
Christy's doing a career day later today. She'll be talking about this.
I wonder what this machine does over here.
So you have one too.
I mean, we have one too, and I didn't know
here's
about
a
it.
place to plug in an electric razor.
Oh, and you have your own can of
We got to
shaving
talk
cream?
more, Bob.
We have some shaving cream
Yes.
back here. Now, this is a little hot water heater.
By the
So
way,
we have
that
extra hot water.
shaving cream's been there since
Jay
the.
Baker.
I can imagine what that was used to shave.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not the gel, quite frankly.
Hey, want some concert tickets? Yeah.
Shaved.
Okay.
Okay,
Now, in this, there's a box. The men's club. See the
you have
definitive.
your own telephone.
Of course.
Yeah.
I make a lot of calls from here.
That's
You
Tom's.
really
We can
do?
reach
See-
out and touch someone. You know the difference
Christy.
between animals and humans?
What?
We can make love over the phone.
You got to have the phone here. So
Well,
when
see, Christy, that actually is Tom's office.
now, okay, now over here, Christy, if you want to sit in the place of honor, go ahead.
No, I don't want to sit there.
Put down the seat. Go ahead.
Oh, and
It's
of course-
sanitary.
Of course, ladies, the seat is up, by the way.
Well, it's supposed to be.
That's where it belongs.
The men's club.
Hey, have you seen those new toilets that they're coming out with? That it won't flush unless you shut the lid?
Oh.
Who thought of that? Gloria Steinem. Okay, now, in this box over here is where we keep the magazines. Now, we used to have all the good stuff here. Now, what have we got? Okay, we've got today's Indianapolis Star.
Yesterday's paper.
Oh, yeah, I'm surprised it's not wilted after whoever was in here.
With the goatee.
There's something in there.
Oh, stop it.
Okay.
Kleenex in there.
So, what magazines do we have in here? Do we have the good stuff? No, we have a magazine.
Private club.
Private Clubs
See, now,
magazine.
just reading the title of that sounds like a dirty magazine.
No, it's about country clubs.
The headline on it is
Scotland afore ye.
That's I was in there for an hour with that
And it shows
yesterday.
some fat guy in khaki pants that is dancing with his wife in front of some building in Scotland. Probably spending his life savings in this lousy trip with a bunch of people that hate him for get out of our country, you
We
American
got the
bastard.
sunny day in Scotland.
He's
too,
bombed
so
by the
they're
IRA
lucky.
any minute.
Yeah, fine. Okay, he's having a great time.
There's caviar.
See, this
Oh,
is
that's erotic. Some caviar and champagne.
yeah, right. It's only erotic if it's on your belly, Christy.
What is that, behind the toilet?
And then let's see what else is in here. Oh, there's the Open Wheel magazine,
And old papers.
and
Always hot.
Isn't there the Victoria's Secret catalog in
nope,
there?
that's gone.
It's gone?
That's gone
Yeah.
too?
Now, Christy, do you like the toilet paper storage disposal system?
You see it there
See,
in
you,
the corner?
the fresh rolls of toilet paper are jammed behind that pipe, and
Yeah, I
they're
see
stacked
that.
up. They're usually stacked up 4 or 5 high.
Very nice. What used to be here? Did you have poster of the month?
That was the AccuJack.
Jay took it when he left. Well, we're heading back now.
Please come back.
So,
Oh, wait a minute. Good morning, Mr. Weitzer. How are you? Always nice to see you, Mr. Weitzer.
our general manager, Chris Wade.
I still have to do career day?
I love that man.
Okay. It's not a gay thing. It's just a love thing.
That's Mr. Wade. Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's humid in here again.
It's humid. Well, turn down the heat. Oh, nice of you to rejoin us, folks. It's
unplug this thing here?
it's 8:29.
Well, this is my microphone, so why don't you let me unplug?
There we go. Mm-hmm. Fine.
Okay. Well, we're back.
Get into the union thing.
So, was that? Did you learn anything?
I think Christy learned what the men's club looks like.
Well, that's pretty much depressing. I thought it'd be really
Depressing?
Well, you think it was?
I
It's
thought
not.
it'd be something really
Well, see,
exciting.
if you didn't show her the
talk
secret,
about it
you didn't
so
show her
much.
the secret button.
What secret button?
Well, you hit the button and all of a sudden the walls become red velvet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, then the camera in the ladies' room flipped on.
And then you hear this huge sucking sound.
See, that's what I like about our engineering staff. I'll say, hey, Dan, Doogie, is there any way you could set up a hidden camera? And they go,
Oh, hell yeah.
when do you want it? and then questions like, not is it legal, but, well, do you want stereo or DAT? Yeah, sure. You want it digital? No problem.
We've got a digital video thing coming in. So.
Fine. It's 7:30. I mean, it's 8:30.
No, it's 8:30.
You know, at 7:30 you said it was 8:30.
Bob took my clock. I told you.
I'm sorry. Someone broke mine.
Okay, here's our news preview.
I was surprised it happened this soon. I didn't think it would happen quite this fast, but I knew it would because we were so unified, we stuck together, and I knew it would come to an end real soon.
Okay, we'll be hearing about with that voice shortly.
Come unstuck.
By the way,
Whoa, Dan.
don't forget, tonight on Dave Letterman, it's Bob Knight, the coach.
Yeah, he's on Letterman
We'll
tonight.
be playing our tribute to Bob Knight from our forthcoming album, Lollapalooza, in just a second. But right now, the news on Q95 is sponsored by...
Flymate.
Days I'll always remember when my daddy died.
Has been deemed Customer Appreciation Month. If you're a current Flymate client and you refer us to a friend or business and they become our client as well, you'll receive 1 week of our service free, absolutely free, or we'll contribute the 1 week cost of your service to your favorite charity. You make the call, do it now, and let us show you our appreciation. That's Flymate.
Thank you, Chick.
Are you fixed, Bob?
I'm running.
8:31. I got
Bob's
my clock.
fixed.
I got
I'm
my
fixed.
clock back.
I didn't mean it that way, Chick.
Oh.
Let's check in with Christy Lee in the news. Christy, good morning.
Well, good morning. Good news for holiday travelers. If you're planning on going to Grandma's house via American Airlines tomorrow, well, 85% of their flights should be flying. The American Airlines flight attendants have announced that their strike is over. Most are reporting back to work today. Washington National-based flight attendant Mark Wiring was confident that this would be a brief walkout.
Okay, now, please. Take all stereotypical attitudes
About male
flight attendants and put them aside.
That's right.
I was surprised it happened this soon. I didn't think it would happen quite this fast, but I knew it would because we were so unified, we stuck together, and I knew it would come to an end real soon.
The company and the flight attendants agreed yesterday to binding arbitration. Somebody asked me the other day what that "Hello, Betty" meant.
That's from an old Dentine commercial featuring
We interviewed the guy that did that. The actor.
Adam Arkin.
Adam Arkin.
Oh, yeah.
Remember he's sitting in the
Long
steps?
time ago, and it was his little
The
brother.
girl walks
And
by.
he walks up and he goes, "Hello, Betty."
Okay,
That's
thank
a
you.
phrase I'll never forget for some
It's a
reason.
great commercial.
Somebody was asking me about
I'm
that
surprised.
just yesterday.
I am surprised they haven't brought him back
To do that?
to do that again, or
just rerun it.
I wonder if they could use the phrase "Hello, Betty" in another commercial with him in it.
Possibly.
That'd be a great beer commercial.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And the ones the guys are playing pool, talking about old TV, and all of a sudden he walks in, and some girl walks by with, the
Yeah, we know.
Huge elbows.
Hello, Betty.
We all aspire to that.
El Diablo Dinamito Asso.
Yeah.
He goes, "Hello, Betty."
Yeah.
El Diablo.
El Diablo Dinamito Ass.
Yes.
I'd eat my lunch off that thing anytime.
Substantial booblage.
The company, American Airlines, in case you forgot what we were talking about, and the flight attendants agreed
Because we
yesterday
have.
to binding arbitration.
Thanks for reminding us.
It is 2 for Tuesday, so the newscast twice as long.
If you have confirmed your
I think
reservation,
this guy would like to be bound in arbitration.
I was surprised it happened this soon. I didn't think it would happen quite this fast, but I knew it would because we were so unified, we stuck together, and I knew it would come to an end real soon.
All the planes have to be mauve. We're not flying till the planes are mauve. That's all there is to it.
It's teal this year, Tom.
God.
is teal the color this year?
Teal's in.
90s.
Those Iberian planes are hideous. I couldn't get on board one. I swear to God, I wouldn't get on board one. It'd be, you're going to have to. This one isn't safe, but at least it's mauve. Thank Christ.
If you are holding a ticket on American Airlines, you might want to call your travel agent or the airline before heading to the airport. With one of the busiest travel periods of the year on hand, though, and Americans settling their strike, you'd think everything would be happy in travel land, but no. United Airlines now faces the possibility of a worker slowdown. Unions representing United's pilots and ground crews are urging members
still friendly.
to obey all safety rules and other regulations.
Hi.
Thank you.
Gene Hackman doesn't do our commercials right now because he talks too fast.
This is your captain.
If you look out the left side.
Oh, too late. Hard to keep the plane going this slow and not land on the ground. It's a slow down here at United.
Tom sounds like Sammy Terry flying a plane.
He does.
Hey,
Kids, join the Channel 4 Kids Club. What's his little assistant's name?
That's that spider. What's that spider's name? I don't know.
Billy, what is it?
What's the spider's name?
Who grew up in the city?
I grew up in the city. Give me a minute. George
is flying the plane.
Just takes me a second.
Hold on. Morning. Oh, thanks. Perfect. That was someone to let us know it was George.
Yeah. Many LA police officers are coming down with the blue flu today, apparently not happy with a contract that calls for a zero pay increase. Apparently the police officers in Los Angeles have been without a many LA police officers are coming down with the blue flu today, apparently not happy with a contract that calls for a zero pay increase. Apparently the police officers in Los Angeles have been without a raise for more than 2 years and without a contract now for 17 months. The city attorney's office says it will try to block the sick out by seeking a court injunction. William Kennedy.
They just want to get paid as much as Rodney King. That's all they're asking. I think it's reasonable. He sits around doing interviews and doing crack, and they have to go work and get shot at.
William Kennedy Smith has to do community service and serve a year of unsupervised probation for a bar fight. Unsupervised probation. I like that.
All right, did you look for work yesterday?
Okay, when you went to pick up the check from your trust fund, did you cash it this week?
Okay, we trashed you.
Willie will provide 100 hours of medical care at a community clinic in Chicago, where he's currently serving his residency. If Smith commits no offenses during his probation, the charge will be dropped.
He isn't by chance an OBGYN, is he?
No.
I think he is, isn't he?
Is he? Well,
No way.
To do his residency, usually don't you have to?
I think his
withdraw
dad
all
always
that.
said you don't want to, you don't want to do for your job what your hobby is. So he.
So it wouldn't be OBGYN.
I would have never
Or
thought
psychiatry.
of him as a police supporter.
How ironic, Bob.
Go figure.
5 of Michael Jackson's former security guards are suing him, his lawyers, and his private eye, saying they were fired for knowing too much.
The party's over.
Their suit filed late yesterday in L.A. claims they were let go because they had first-hand personal knowledge of Michael's alleged nighttime visits with young boys, quote. In L.A. claims they were let go because they had first-hand personal knowledge of Michael's alleged nighttime visits with young boys, quote-unquote. They also claim they were spied upon and harassed to keep things quiet. Michael's attorney, Burt Fields, dispute the claims, saying nobody was ever fired by Mr. Jackson for knowing too much about anything. Attorneys for the 5 men were not available for comment.
What does that mean? Nobody was ever fired for knowing too much about anything. And quote me on that.
That's what that quote was.
Okay.
Exactly. And just ahead of sports, a 750-pound woman is suing a Greek cargo liner because she got stuck in one of the ship's doorways. By the time they got her out, she found herself with a flock of sheep.
I got a Twinkie here.
Wait a second. Come slow down here. You're going way too fast.
All right, now wait a minute.
Now, we started on a boat, right?
Yeah.
We're on board ship with...
750 pounder name's Orca, what?
Orca Shamu.
She's stuck in one of the Greek cargo liner's doorways.
So she's on a ship.
Right. Doctors had to use tranquilizers to make her relax so they could get her unstuck.
I don't think they didn't have to use laxatives. I got it was her husband's back in the stateroom. No! You hear this like muffled.
No! Don't give her any more! I can't breathe!
She's now a 500-pound woman.
Okay, so I'm
then what
sorry.
happened?
So they give the woman tranquilizers.
To
She
help her
relaxes.
relax. She relaxed so much she fell asleep. And
Did they give her a tranquilizer and then tag her ear?
when she woke, she was in the hold with a flock of stinky sheep, according to her attorney.
Well, who's suing? The sheep? They can't get the smell out?
Oh, man.
Now, the woman suing, she's saying it's cost her about $10 million worth of embarrassment, the whole situation.
Oh, sure.
Give her a hot lead enema or throw her overboard, okay? Okay.
That's right.
I think when you're over 500, you let yourself go. I don't want to go on record here, but...
a quarter of a ton. You might want to back off a little bit.
Yeah, when you can't fit through a Greek ship's doorway, I think that you're probably pretty big.
Although she does have hot flashes every time she has a lamb chop.
One thing's for sure, her name is probably in Greek, not Starvos.
Probably not.
Probably Gordos. Orca Gordos. That's her name.
She's got plenty of cleavage, doesn't she?
yeah.
You can only imagine.
Anyway,
You need more than a Q-tip to clean under those babies.
Okay, get the paint roller. We're going in for a cleaning.
oh, man.
That paints a picture.
Doesn't it?
Somebody get the flower. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, sports fans. Bob, Tom, Christy.
Hi, Chick.
You have to wonder if her husband's suing, too.
What?
They didn't even know he was there.
Hey, we found her ex-husband.
little guy in a derby hat says,
Hey, what about me?
He kept yelling, Pinocchio!
What do you mean Roosevelt's dead? What? I didn't know he was sick. Okay. Last night at the Hartford Civic County Municipal Museum and Arena, the Indiana Pacers pound the Boston Celtics. 102-71. Celtics shot 38% from the floor due to, dare I say it, tenacious Pacers defense.
Yeah, they were awesome last night.
Unbelievable. Boston entered the game averaging a league best 13 turnovers. They had 19 last night against the Pacers. Pacers coach Larry Brown says one of the keys to his team's win was the strong performance by Rick Smits
I'm
last night.
surprised it happened this soon. I didn't think it would happen quite this fast, but I knew it would because we were so unified, we stuck together, and I knew it would come to an end real soon.
Of course we knew we'd win.
Rick Smits, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Other NBA scores last night. John Starks had 7 trays as Miami loses to New York, 119-87. San Antonio beat the Clippers, 110-98. NFL game last night, San Francisco, 42. New Orleans, 7. Ouch. NHL winners, Buffalo, Anaheim, and Toronto. IU Hoosiers have accepted a bid to play in the New Year's Eve Poland Weed Eater Independence Bowl in beautiful, picturesque Shreveport, Louisiana, against Virginia Tech. Female students known as COTEC. New Year's Eve. IU fans are listening. If they'd like a phone number to call about tickets, that number is... Was that me squeaking?
No, that was Tom
trying to
squeaking.
find something here.
I have to oil my groin or something. 812
Been that long?
812-855-4006. That's 812-855-4006 to call and...
Oh,
jeez. Huge ass.
What?
What, Tom?
And Ball State will be playing Utah State in the fabulous Las Vegas Bowl.
See, I'm thinking road trip.
Ball State. Vegas Bowl?
Vegas Bowl. Road trip.
Oh, we are there.
Who's playing in the Vegas Bowl?
Ball State.
Ball State and Utah State.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
Put that combination
When is
together.
that?
Ball State and Vegas.
The 18th, is that right?
That'll be on the Morris Raycom network. But
Isn't that the 18th?
Wow.
December 18th, I think it is, yeah.
Road trip.
Hey, I'm on vacation the next week, too.
Road trip.
Man, I'm there, and I'm just giving
We're there.
I'm giving those people in Vegas my money. Here, I don't even want to play. Just take it. Here's a 50. I like your face. Yeah.
Just saying, apparently for CBS and the USA Today listings, it says Late Show with David Letterman.
Yeah.
Mary Lou Henner is the guest. Doesn't even mention Bob Knight. Isn't Bob Knight on there tonight?
So
That's what I
Mark
heard.
Patrick says.
Although Mary Lou Henner.
I mean, I like the coach and all, but I'd like to see Mary Lou Henner myself.
You don't get enough of her on...
That fabulous
Evening
evening
Shade.
with the drunken Burt Reynolds.
I can't watch that.
I like that show.
The deliverance.
Okay, Burt, thanks. Will Clark has inked a 5-year, $30 million deal with the Texas Rangers, and Baltimore has signed lefty pitcher El Cid Fernandez to a 3-year pact worth $9 million. Scottsdale, Arizona police yesterday completed their investigation into last week's scuffle involving Phoenix forward Charles Barkley. The NBA star is accused of punching a man in the face at a Scottsdale restaurant. Barkley has denied hitting the man. A statement backed by 7 witnesses. He has 7 people who say it didn't hit nobody, is what Charles is saying. A police spokesman says the police will recommend against filing charges. Orlando center Shaquille O'Neal has been fined $5,000.
What'd Shaq do?
For blasting officials after the Magic's loss to Detroit on Saturday. They fined Shaquille $5,000. He has to work like 30 seconds to earn $5,000. Boy, I bet that sends him a message. Won't do that anymore.
No way.
Sports this morning brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Everybody knows that the fully certified technicians at Jiffy Lube provide the best oil change service in town. However, did you know?
No.
That each snowflake is different.
We knew that.
Did you know that?
I knew that.
Well, something we don't know, Chief.
Which reminds me, you might want to get Sam Kinnison's new album. Because every time you say that, you'll think of something else.
About snowflakes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Sam delights in ruining that for everyone. It's very funny. The album, I think, is called Live from Hell.
Jiffy Lube also changes transmission fluid. They'll flush your radiator, they clean your fuel injector, and so much more, all in just minutes, with no appointment and at the most reasonable prices in town. Remember our motto, Jiffy Lube. Our pride demands your satisfaction. Our reputation depends on it.
Thanks, Chick.
Thank you, Bob.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, always. Christy?
Well, we had the story just a moment ago about the very large woman on the Greek cargo ship.
The 750-pounder?
Yep.
Starvos Orca was named her?
Well,
Orca Gordos.
Orca Gordos.
Well, we are going to keep with that theme where an Orlando woman recently was stuck in her bathtub for 6 days. She apparently couldn't call 911 for help.
6 days?
Yep.
Don't you wish she'd used dial?
6 days.
She couldn't get out of her bathtub?
No.
What kind of a seal?
The woman, Daryl Hannah, could not be it's a mermaid.
I got it.
I gotcha.
6 days.
So she was so large, I guess she was stuck in the bathtub?
That's the implication in the story.
You know, William Howard Taft got stuck in a bathtub.
So I hear.
He was a chubby guy.
Thanks for that, Chick. We appreciate it.
Here, maybe we should do the weather and try to get momentum.
It's
Try to
going
get
so
back on
well
that.
there.
Mostly
Comedy
cloudy
day.
highs in the upper 50s. May rain tomorrow. Thanksgiving Day. For Thanksgiving, very cool. Lows in the upper 20s. Highs around 40 with cloudy skies.
Here, I'm giving, and then nobody's just sitting there. It's fine.
Chick, I can't hear you. Can you try the other mic?
What?
Try the
mic over here?
Try the mic number 3.
Oh, okay.
That one usually works.
Anyway, I'm giving, and I'm giving.
That felt good. We'll come right back. It's 8:47. On here with Bob and Tom. Good morning.
Hi, 45 degrees, our current temperature. Well, don't forget Bob Knight, apparently on Letterman tonight.
That's the rumor.
Trying to confirm that here. What else is happening?
Nothing.
Okay, good.
Absolutely nothing.
Play a song then.
Okay.
I thought we have a scheduled visit from
Arnie Whiskey.
Arnie Whiskey.
Yes.
I think we're just moments away from that. I just
He'll
saw
be
Arnie
here
in the
shortly.
coffee room.
I promise you. The Eagles, Q95. Q95, the Eagles. Here with Bob and Tom, 8:55. Good morning.
Good morning. Coming up, an opportunity for you to get what's wrong with your job off your chest.
Now, explain this again.
Well, it's a two-phase.
Now, we're going to do both
scenario.
phases today, or phase 1 today and phase 2
I think
tomorrow?
I think the best way to do it is to do both phases the same day.
Okay.
You pick a job. Let's just say, for the sake of argument here, grocery store clerk.
Someone at cash register, you mean?
Right. Operate someone who operates a cash register at a grocery store. And you talk to people who obviously use that, which would be pretty much all of us when you buy something at the grocery store.
Sure.
Your particular complaints about that. And then you get someone who operates a register and their complaints about the customers. So you can do it for virtually any job. You can do it, for example, if you had a complaint about flight attendants.
I'm sure flight attendants have complaints about travelers.
Exactly. I would imagine they've got some pretty good ones. Because we've become very spoiled travelers. That's the way it works. We're going to do it today on Dick's Picks. We'll pick a career and we'll go from there. Tomorrow, about this time, we're going to be heading over to someone's house
For a turkey. We're going to be cooking a turkey on the air tomorrow morning, and we'll give you a report on how it goes, and we'll be eating it on the air. And
that's okay.
We're trying to find someone who'll shave their head and let us cook the turkey at their house. And I think we have someone.
Oh, do we?
I believe so. I'm checking on that right now.
Okay.
And we'll come back with an exciting episode of Arnie Whiskey, Frontier Golfer.
It's 8:57, Indianapolis, WNDE, Indianapolis. Good morning. You're with Bob and Tom.
Hi, 45 right now. Cloudy, mild today. Highs in the upper 50s. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Lows in the low to mid 40s. Tomorrow, 40% chance of light rain. Highs around 50. And then for Thanksgiving Day, partly cloudy. Very cool. Lows in the upper 20s. Highs around 40. Do you have a couch potato over there? Oh, I got it right here.
You have it. That's Coach Potato, isn't it?
Right. I'm sorry. I should know by now. Coach Potato. It's a new tune from our forthcoming album, Lollapalooza, sponsored by the Indianapolis Honda dealers, Indy Honda, Honda West, Dan Young Honda, and Ed Martin Honda. And this is a tribute song to
the coach who's supposed to be on David Letterman tonight.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. The USA Today lists Mary Lou Henner as being on tonight, but she apparently was on last evening, I've been told. So they've obviously got it together with their TV guy.
All right.
This is a tribute to IU fans and to the coach himself. And it begins with a prayer, so please. That's a fine tune from our forthcoming album. That's Coach Potato from Lollapaloozers. It'll be in stores a little more than a week. Sorry about the delay. That's one of the things about our albums. If you're familiar with them, you know that we are sort of sticklers about not using a lot of synthesizers and using real horns. In fact,
that's the real stuff.
Yeah, those are real horns. PJ Yinger on the trumpet on that one, just blowing his buns off way up there in those high notes. Also, we got a bunch of horn players in this album. Loy Hetrick and let's see, Jim Fairley, Jay Young. Who am I forgetting here? Jared Roden. Great horn players when they do a nice job on the records. But also, we on this album we have real strings. We like to. It's just I have a thing about not using synths. There's something about having great players, and we have the best rock and jazz players in town. We use a lot of the great players, and now that song is credited on the record, I believe, to Red Hooper and Don Flusher.
Don Flusher.
Yeah, if you're curious to who's actually singing that song, that's Chooch Kennedy doing this.
Chooch, a.k.a. Red Hooper.
Yeah. He also doubles occasionally as Chuck from Chuck Bobach and the Banana Fan of Fours.
I knew that.
Yeah.
It's my favorite band.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they? They make an appearance, too. You're going to really enjoy it. Anyway, just a little bit of a preview. But if you listen to that one, on the headphones when you get the CD, just crank up those horns. They're just wonderful. Arranged by our good friend Steve Ali. We're going to take a short break and come back with entertainment news. Coming up, the Dick's Pick Show, Career Bitch. Your opportunity to bitch about what you do, and then people who get your service are going to bitch about it too. Not directly at you necessarily.
No, just
we got to pick a career to go for today.
That's true.
Something that everyone encounters on a daily basis, I think. Should we do grocery store checkout clerks? I think that'd be a good one.
Now let's think it over.
Okay, we'll think about it.
Okay.
Also, we're trying to organize this head shaving thing and turkey tomorrow.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's just fitting together like a
and the old glove. 908 at Q95, WFBQ, WNDE, Indianapolis.
When you're healthy.
Bob and Tom, good morning.
Hi. 46 degrees. Right now it's going to cool off a little bit by Thanksgiving, but today it's going to be pretty warm with highs in the upper 50s. Pat Carlini's taking a little breather. She's in Ohio with her mom.
She's celebrating her Thanksgiving today and tomorrow because she has to work on Thanksgiving Day.
So since Pat's not here, we probably ought to play that thing. She doesn't let us play anymore.
That ready thing? It's at the top of your stack.
I know. I'm not going to play it. I told her I wouldn't play it anymore, so it's sitting right here. I should probably just take it out of the room.
What about that
other? Should.
What about that Love Brothers thing? We can't play that anymore either.
Well, we're just going to do a little edit on that, apparently.
Somebody asked me about that the other day.
But thanks for bringing that up, Christy.
Someone asked me, and I said I hadn't seen it.
It'll be on the album.
It'll be on the album.
Okay.
I don't know.
So enjoy it.
We're talking about the new fruit drink.
Yeah, the new fruit drink.
Yeah, Dickens Cider.
Dickens Fruit Company. And we put it on our album because it was something that was done on this show 5 years ago and has now been stolen by every other radio station in the country. We thought maybe it was time that credit went where credit was due to the Love Brothers. Right now, though, we do have a guest in the studio. As you can see, just pull up a microphone over there.
Hi, Arnie.
How you doing?
Good to see you.
How are you?
Looking good as always, Christy.
Oh, thank you.
Tom, how are you?
Oh, fine.
You look fine, too.
Thank you very much.
Yours truly, Arnie Whiskey, frontier golfer with another true tale from the Old West. This has to do with Fred Whiskey, frontier ordinary guy, who had a little problem, so he had to call up the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
They're famous.
They certainly are. Well, Fred called him up, and the receptionist answered the phone. She goes, "Good morning, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe." He goes, "Hello, I'd like to speak to the attorney, Mr. Dewey, please." She goes, "Oh, I'm very sorry to report, sir, that Mr. Dewey passed away last night." There was a little silence on the phone, and Fred goes, "All right, I'd like to speak to Mr. Dewey, please." And the receptionist says, "Excuse me, maybe you didn't hear me, sir, but Mr. Dewey passed away last night." Another moment of silence. Fred goes, "All right then, I'd like to speak to Mr. Dewey, please." She goes, "Sir, maybe you don't understand, but Mr. Dewey passed away last night." He goes, "Ma'am, I understand perfectly. I just love hearing you say it."
Thank you, Arnie.
You're welcome. I got to go now.
Okay, good to see you again.
Oh, you mind? I have a little story about our president and vice president.
Really?
Bill Clinton and his vice president. What's his name?
Al Gore.
Al Gore?
Yeah, that's it.
You never know. You never see the guy anymore. Anyhow, they're jogging along the streets of Washington. When Bill turns to Al, he says, "You know, when I get finished jogging, Al, I'm going to rip off Hillary's panties." Al turns to Bill, he goes, "Well, I didn't know jogging turned you on so much." He goes, "No, it really doesn't. As soon as we get home, I'm going to take your panties off because they're riding up on me." Yeah, know what I mean. I gotta go.
Thanks a lot, Arnie. Always a pleasure. It's time for entertainment news and Christy Lee. Hey, what's the deal with allegedly Guns N' Roses and a triumph of good taste?
Oh, the Helter Skelter Charlie's Manson thing?
Have you heard about this?
No.
Yeah, Charlie Manson, an aspiring rock star before he led the murderous cult in the 60s, may finally get his break in showbiz. He's rumored to be the composer of Look at Your Game, Girl, a hidden 13th song on Guns N' Roses' new album, The Spaghetti Incident, which is out today. Geffen won't confirm it. Geffen won't confirm it, but
That's the
pop
rumor.
song is not listed on the CD, but does crop up right after I Don't Care About You. You can find The Spaghetti Incident in stores today. Brand new GNR. It's basically old punk songs redone by the band. Here's kind of a update on your story about the David Letterman show tonight.
Yeah. Right.
According to the Associated Press, it says David Letterman guests tonight include actress Mary Lou Hinner, Indiana basketball coach Bobby Knight, and the Cowboy Junkies.
Okay.
So he
Ace
is
told
listed.
me that Mary Lou was on last night. I was fast asleep.
Bob Knight is definitely on tonight.
Okay.
Leaving by plane in a few minutes.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Taping the Letterman show and then going to a show on Broadway with his wife.
Hey.
What's he going to say?
Don't know that.
Miss Saigon's right across the street from the Letterman show, from the Letterman Theater.
Do you suppose if Bob went to see West Side Story and Bernardo came out, he found out he was Puerto Rican, do you think he'd leave?
Boy, they're all Puerto Rican.
We do have a special Dirk preview.
On Channel 8 tonight?
Yes, and that on the 11 o'clock. Little get you warmed up for the General and David Letterman. Two famous Hoosiers. Dirk will have his top 10 list of Hoosiers who were bypassed.
Alrighty.
We'll look forward to that. Christy?
If you like everything that Beavis and Butthead like, then you'll want to pick up the new compilation album being released by Geffen today. The Beavis and Butthead Experience contains tracks by Aerosmith, Nirvana, and others that have previously been unreleased. Nirvana's contribution is I Hate Myself and I Want to Die. Beavis and Butthead themselves sing on the album, helping share with I Got You, Babe.
That's truly unfunny.
Elton John releasing the duets album himself now. RuPaul will team up with Elton on the 76 hit Don't Go Breaking My Heart that he originally sung with Kiki D. Other appearance.
Now, wait a minute. No, RuPaul is the guy that
dresses as a woman.
It's now Elton John and Kiki D ICK.
With a question mark.
Yeah, they're doing that old Jim Croce song. Remember that one?
Which one?
I've got a name.
No, I've got a dick.
Mr. DeLeo.
Man, that was my favorite one.
Hello.
When is that guy's 20 seconds of fame going to be over? Well, actually,
guy, what? I mean,
other artists that appear with Elton on the album include Don Henley, Katie Lang, Bonnie Raitt, Paul Young, and George Michael. Michael Jackson's health is improving,
well,
according.
You don't have enough straight people to make a song.
Michael Jackson's health is improving, and he's completed a detox program related to his painkiller addiction, according to his doctor.
Right.
But the doctor also says that Michael needs up to 2 more months of treatment. There's a hearing scheduled today on issues relating to the civil case brought by Jackson's accuser. They include the singer's motion to delay trial for 6 years when the criminal statute of limitations expires. Now, who would fall for that? Michael Jackson has another lawsuit to deal with now. 5 former bodyguards are suing him, claiming they lost their jobs because they had first-hand knowledge of Jackson's alleged involvement with young boys. The lawsuit filed yesterday says the guards were fired from their jobs at Jackson's Neverland Ranch without warning in February. They go on to claim they were harassed about keeping quiet about things. Burt Fields, Jackson's attorney, says there were some security guards laid off earlier this year, but it had nothing to do with what they knew about Michael. And finally today...
Hi, this is Michael Jackson. Oh, I'm here today to tell you about my new line of men's blue jean trousers. Your jeans, just like your nose, make a statement about your lifestyle. Some people wear those Levi's button-fly jeans, but you can march to the beat of a different drummer. Slip your sculpted buns into Michael Jackson's fly-in-butt jeans. We don't have a button fly. We have the fly in the butt. I call them Billy Jeans. Fly-in-butt jeans for your lifestyle.
From Billy Jeans, new fly-in-butt jeans. If you're light in your loafers or just very confused, fly-in-butt jeans. Because sometimes just a little openness isn't enough.
Even if you're black or white, the next time you moonwalk or just moon your friends, do it in fly-in-butt jeans. The pair to wear if you're going to do more than just beat it. Just like my old hit, Ben. Bend over with fly-in-butt jeans.
Don't forget holiday lights tonight at Eagle Creek. I will be on hand to help flip the switch. Things get started about 5:30, and after the official opening ceremony, the first 95 cars will be admitted free. And while you're at Eagle Creek checking out the holiday display throughout the season, be sure and tune in to your AM dial. There will be a frequency posted right there at the park, and you'll hear a beautiful soundtrack that we've put together of Christmas songs to go along with the beautiful lighted scenery. That's at Eagle Creek Park.
It's more watts, got more power than WND. You can pick it up better than the Pacer games. Speaking of sports, Mark Patrick joins us in the studio. Marcus, what's going on?
Well, boys, just an unbelievable performance by the Pacers last night.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, they were due.
That's two in a row against the Celtics.
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
Celtics haven't been playing that badly this year up until the last 2 games. Mm-hmm. Maybe things are coming together for Larry Brown.
Maybe they are.
Hope they are. I mean, certainly the defense seems to be getting there. Dale Davis is just awesome. I mean, he's really, if he ever develops a jump shot, look out. Mm-hmm. Amazing. Wednesday night, it's kind of a cool night because since kids don't have to go to school the next day, you could take them to a Pacer game, not worry about having to take them home at halftime. And before the game, they're having the clinic. with the Pacer assistant coaches. So if you got kids that like to play basketball, it's kind of cool. 5:30 Market Square Arena. They actually get to go down. Yeah, free. Get to go down on the floor and sit there. And I think that in itself is probably worth taking them down early.
Wow, that's pretty nice.
Yeah. Sports the Way I See It, brought to you by Subway. The sponsor of the Kids Discount Show for Walt Disney World on Ice production of Aladdin at MSA. November 30th through December 5th. Call Ticketmaster for information. Still plenty of tickets available for that Colts Monday night game. Doesn't look like it's going to be a sellout. Remember, they have until Friday, since it's a Monday night game, instead of the usual Thursday to sell it out. But a lot of tickets remain. And once again in the paper today, a comment made about only white skull caps. But there will be different colored skull caps for people who have different colored skulls. There will be some black ones as well as white ones.
There's an article in the paper about it?
Well, there was a mention that for some reason, there was a letter to the editor last week about it, and for some reason, this information is not getting out enough. So I just wanted to mention that they had thought about that ahead of time, and they do have dark-colored skull caps as well as light-colored.
Well, it's in case Ted Danson comes to the game.
You never know how Ted's going to dress.
Well, I heard he doesn't need one.
Oh, you mean a bald cap? Yeah, good point, Bob.
That's the rumor.
Talk about one of those Ted Williams.
Hey, what was the story on that yesterday?
Ted Williams condoms?
Ted Williams condoms.
From the 50s?
Yeah.
It's hard to believe that product endorsements, I thought that would have been a joke. He actually endorsed a condom back in the 50s?
Well, you may remember back in the 50s that several, 40s and 50s, several Major League players endorsed cigarettes.
True.
And but at nowhere near the kind of money they make now.
No, I'm sure not.
No, I'm sure they got a very inexpensive deal. I remember hearing a commercial with Gil Hodges and the voice of the Dodgers.
Vin Scully?
Vin Scully from the 50s. Vin Scully sounds exactly like he does today.
Hasn't changed a bit.
But they were both, they're talking about the... Gil Hodges is like, after a tough game, I enjoy sitting down with a smoke. And,
well, it's amazing how many baseball players still smoke.
By far. Although, a lot of professional basketball players used to. I can remember when...
There's the famous Lenny Bruce story about...
Bill
Russell, which I can't tell on the air, but that's a classic story that involves a cigarette and a pejorative expression used by cigarette smokers.
One of the biggest shocks in my lifetime when I was about 10 or 11, my dad took me to a Pacers practice. And I remember Slick goes over and he makes them run. And then they get done running, and Slick takes 2 or 3 guys out to work on some kind of special thing. They were new guys or something, and so they were going over an inbounds play or something. So all the starters were over on the sidelines, and they all light up. I'm like, wow.
I'm surprised you didn't start smoking then, Mark.
Yeah, if my dad would have killed me, I probably would. Well, the Pacers are smoking.
Why can't I?
Yeah, but that was a really eye-opening.
Bob, they were lighting them up. They weren't giving them away.
Oh, fine.
And they've been free.
Just kidding.
Oh, no, you're not. That's what hurts.
Wasn't that, on a less than light note, wasn't the guy from the Indians killed trying to light a cigarette or something in that car accident?
Oh, yes. Yes, the guy down in Texas. Yep, just a couple of weeks ago.
What was the story on that?
He was driving along a road in Texas trying to light a cigarette and went off the road and boom, see ya.
You're kidding.
Nope.
Yeah, it was in Sports Illustrated or something. I don't know how they know that. That's what they said. He was lighting a cigarette.
I thought he found a lighter in his hand or something.
Talking to a couple of the Indians, not so much from the Indianapolis Indians, not so much from a smoking standpoint, but from a chew standpoint.
They can't do that in the minors.
Very difficult, I guess, for a lot of guys. I mean, the runways to the clubhouse have been very, very congested, I guess. You look in the dugout between innings and nobody's in there anymore.
They're all in there chewing?
A lot of illegal chew going on. But it'll be interesting to see if they really crack down on that ban. They actually suspended one guy, I think, in the International League or something. But I don't know.
It won't happen in the major leagues because the Players Association won't let it happen, I'm sure.
You look at this
Yeah, good morning.
Hey.
Or good afternoon, I guess.
Yeah, it is afternoon.
I'm just exiting our freshly painted over billboard with our now floating heads on it. Don't know what.
That's pretty odd.
I don't know what we're going to do with them, but there's a question mark on it now. Where is that chick?
Probably lost again. Who knows?
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm heading back to the station. We're going to finish our, I guess, our radiothon. We've got 4 more hours.
4.5 more hours.
Okay.
Yeah, we're here till 6 o'clock. The number 257-5871 or 1-800-770-CURE, C-U-R-E. Okay?
Raising money for the Leukemia Society, playing all requests. What do we got up?
From Jerry Meyer of Indianapolis. Jerry wants to hear Kaylee by Marillion. Q95. Q95, the radiothon continues. You're with Bob and Tom. Just about time. That's right. We have to turn you on in the afternoons, don't we?
Good morning. It's Radiothon 93. We're doing this all day today for the Leukemia Society. We've got an auction going. If you want to get in on that, call up 257-5871. You can buy some great gifts. We've got autographed stuff from the likes of Bob Dylan, John Mellencamp, Van Halen, a signed flag from the guys from Leonard Skinner. We've got a foursome of golf with Bob Cavoyan and Jimmy Mad Dog Matus.
Here's something I like.
130 plus items. What's that?
I just want to thank the two folks who have requested the Beatles, Dave Canary, and here's one that this shows that where we stand in the community.
Okay.
If Bob Cavoyan directed the classics,
a classic,
right?
Requested by Rick Barbrick from the Mensa Group.
Mensa, of course, the so-called Society of Geniuses.
Yes.
Is the word geniuses or genii?
Genii would be more than two, yes.
Genii.
Hell would I know?
I don't know.
Look at me.
Or is it genie?
What I know?
Yeah.
There are some really cool autographed guitars in there.
Oh, yeah.
Robin Trower autographed guitar.
Jimmy Page autographed guitar.
Yeah.
John Mellencamp autographed guitar. Henry Lee Summer autographed guitar. Lots of stuff. If you want a list of this stuff, we've been saying it all day. I'll tell you again, page C, or section C, page 5 of today's Star. It's in yesterday afternoon's Indianapolis News also, and you can get a list on any subway, or you can call 257-5871. Ask them some questions. We're taking all requests, nothing but requests today. Hi, Chick.
Everybody at the Donut Depot says hi.
Oh, good, thanks. You had to stop and get another Pepsi?
Well, you know, I had to have a little tinkle.
Oh, man.
Well, I laughed so hard about that misshapen peanut. I had to stop.
Fine. I didn't know.
Yeah, me too.
Good save, Bob.
Yeah, thanks.
Fine. Are we taking a break or coming back with more
We'll come
requests?
right back. It's 1:44.